In February 2013, Dorner became a fugitive. He was accused of killing multiple people, including police officers. His actions shocked the nation and reignited discussions on police corruption and accountability. To understand Dorner's story, we must first look at his background. He served in the Navy before joining the LAPD. He was dedicated and hardworking, but faced immense challenges. Dorner claimed he was wrongfully terminated from the LAPD. He believed he reported misconduct but was silenced instead. His fight for justice turned into a violent rampage. Dorner posted a manifesto online, revealing his grievances. He described a system of injustice within the LAPD. His words resonated with many who sought reform in law enforcement. As the manhunt began, the city was on edge. Dorner's actions escalated quickly, leading to widespread fear. Police departments across California heightened security. The Los Angeles police even mistakenly targeted innocent civilians during the search. Dorner's story reveals deep-rooted issues in law enforcement. He shed light on brutality and failure in accountability. His actions raised questions about ethics within police departments. Consider how his narrative impacts community trust. Many see him as a symbol of frustration against authority. Others view him as a dangerous criminal. It's vital to understand both perspectives. In sum, Christopher Dorner's story is complex. It highlights the struggle between justice and revenge. His actions sparked discussions about police integrity and reform. The events surrounding him have not been forgotten. If this story resonated with you, dive deeper into the complexities of justice. Explore how we can improve accountability in law enforcement. Share your thoughts in the comments below and engage in the conversation. As Dorner's manifesto spread like wildfire across social media, public opinion began to polarize. Some hailed him as a whistleblower fighting against systemic corruption, while others condemned his violent methods, fearing for their safety. The media coverage intensified, broadcasting live where police were chasing leads, capturing the anxiety echoing through Los Angeles. Meanwhile, support groups emerged, comprising those who resonated with Dorner's plight, amplifying his grievances and calling for fundamental changes in policing practices. While the manhunt continued, friends and family of the victims mourned, amplifying the pain surrounding Dorner's actions. Public vigils sprang up, highlighting the need for healing and understanding in the community. As nights turned into days, the tension simmered, with rallies forming for both sides, protesters advocating for victims and supporters demanding justice for Dorner's allegations of police misconduct. Some community leaders began to speak out, urging for dialogue and a reassessment of law enforcement practices, emphasizing that the tragedy extended beyond Dorner's actions to reflect a broader societal issue. The city was at a crossroads, grappling with fear and outrage as Dorner's narrative unfolded. More than ever, local communities faced an urgent need for open dialogue. Advocates for police reform emphasized a compassionate approach, urging lawmakers to consider systemic changes. On the other side, families of the victims sought closure and justice, demanding accountability from law enforcement. As grassroots movements flourished, public forums became common, where citizens expressed their fears, pain, and hopes for a safer future. Organizations dedicated to healing emerged, focusing not just on the aftermath of Dorner's rampage but also on the long-standing issues of distrust in the police. This unprecedented moment in history served as a catalyst for vital conversations about ethics, policies, and the very fabric of community relations with law enforcement. The events unfolding in California echoed far beyond state lines, igniting a national reckoning with the police force's integrity and its relationship with the communities it served. Society stood poised for reflection and action. Dorner's chaotic journey also highlighted the emotional toll on law enforcement officers striving to maintain order. They faced daunting challenges, navigating the complexities of duty amidst public scrutiny. In the end, Christopher Dorner's story remains a stark reminder of the need for transparency and accountability in the justice system, serving as both a cautionary tale and a call to action for meaningful reform. The lessons learned continue to ripple through communities eager for change, urging society to confront its demands for justice head-on. In the heart of Los Angeles, the atmosphere was thick with tension as various groups assembled in public spaces to voice their perspectives. Passionate debates swirled around the issues Dorner raised, and the city transformed into a battleground of ideologies, each side fervently advocating for their beliefs. Supporters of police reform began hosting town hall meetings, inviting community members to share their experiences and concerns about law enforcement practices. These gatherings provided a platform for discussing systemic failures and envisioning collaborative solutions. Meanwhile, families affected by Dorner's actions wrestled with grief, seeking solace amidst the uproar, uniting in their shared pain while calling for an end to violence in all forms. It was a time of reckoning, where the struggles for justice and healing intersected deeply in the fabric of society. As the town hall meetings gained momentum, testimonies poured in from individuals recounting their negative experiences with the police, illuminating instances of alleged misconduct, racial profiling, and a pervasive lack of accountability. Civic leaders facilitated discussions, urging participants to focus on constructive dialogue rather than division, advocating for a community-driven approach to reforming policing practices. The urgency in the room was palpable, as many participants found their voices empowered, reclaiming agency in a narrative that had often sidelined them. While sharing personal stories, some began proposing tangible solutions, including community oversight boards and enhanced training protocols for officers. These ideas sparked hope among attendees, inspiring them to engage further in the dialogue toward meaningful change. As anticipatory energy filled the air, a particularly moving testimony resonated with attendees when a mother courageously recounted the loss of her son, who had become a victim of police violence. Her voice trembled as she shared how the tragedy transformed her life into a relentless pursuit of justice, igniting determination among those listening. The room fell silent, the weight of her pain palpable, uniting the individuals present in shared sorrow and purpose. Moments like these spurred advocates to push harder for accountability, underscoring the need for transparency within the police force. The community, now more than ever, felt an urgent call to action, compelling them to rally behind substantive reform efforts. As dialogues continued to evolve, young activists took the lead, spearheading initiatives to educate the masses about their rights. Social media became a powerful tool in their arsenal, amplifying calls for justice while fostering solidarity among diverse communities. Workshops emerged, teaching citizens how to document encounters with law enforcement and protect themselves in situations where they felt threatened. The energy in these sessions was a blend of hope and defiance, as participants rallied around the idea that change was possible through collective action. Outside, the streets became a canvas for expression, adorned with murals and messages advocating peace and reform. Artists and community members collaborated, using creativity to express their vision for a better future. This artistic movement provided a constructive outlet, channeling frustrations into something positive, while reminding everyone that they could play a role in shaping the narrative. The atmosphere buzzed with determination and resilience, as people from all walks of life united, determined to redefine their relationship with law enforcement. As the movement gained traction, conversations shifted from merely expressing frustration to envisioning a future grounded in collaboration and trust. Community leaders proposed initiatives focusing on building relationships between law enforcement and residents, suggesting regular community engagement events, and introducing police officers to neighborhood gatherings. These proposals aimed to foster understanding and promote accountability, initiating a process of healing that went beyond the immediate aftermath of a crisis. Inspired by successful models from other cities, organizers planned a series of workshops called Bridging the Gap, which invited both police officers and community members to sit down together, share stories, and discuss their challenges openly. The atmosphere was charged with optimism, as many believed these dialogues could redefine the narrative surrounding law enforcement and empower a new generation of leaders dedicated to ongoing reform and community safety. As these plans unfolded, a palpable hope lingered in the air. Perhaps, just perhaps, this difficult chapter could serve as a springboard toward a brighter, more unified future for Los Angeles. As the Bridging the Gap workshops commenced, the initial gatherings revealed stark contrasts yet profound moments of connection. Police officers, previously viewed with suspicion, shared their own experiences and challenges on the job, seeking to humanize their roles in the community. Likewise, residents opened up about their fears and frustrations, recounting stories that revealed the deep-rooted mistrust that had formed over the years. These candid exchanges helped dismantle barriers, as laughter occasionally broke through the heaviness, marking unexpected moments of camaraderie. Conversations blossomed around common goals, notably the desire for better communication and mutual respect, signaling a crucial first step towards transformation. As relationships began to thaw, participants felt emboldened to dream of a community where safety and justice were for everyone, laying the groundwork for lasting changes that would resonate far beyond these initial dialogues. The shift in dynamics was palpable, intertwining hopes for healing with future aspirations for accountability and reform, inspiring all involved to continue advocating for a brighter tomorrow. Through these workshops, participants crafted action plans, detailing specific steps to foster ongoing dialogue and cooperation. They recognized that change required not only immediate responses but also sustained efforts to build lasting trust. Small victories were celebrated, and each shared story fostered a sense of solidarity that nurtured hope for a more inclusive future. In the end, the journey sparked by Christopher Dorner's actions became a powerful catalyst for transformation within communities, motivating citizens to confront complex issues head-on. Through resilience and collective effort, a new narrative emerged, one where accountability, transparency, and trust could flourish in the realm of law enforcement, fostering healing and understanding in society. In the aftermath of these workshops, the energy in the community surged, fueled by a shared vision of renewal. Local leaders celebrated the progress made, emphasizing that although challenges remained, each step forward was a testament to the power of unity and perseverance. Residents began to see themselves as active participants in shaping the law enforcement landscape, transforming their pain into proactive measures for change. With discussions gaining traction, plans emerged for a community summit, designed to further engage citizens and law enforcement in collaborative efforts. This summit promised to serve as a pivotal moment for Los Angeles, offering an opportunity to solidify the bonds formed and outline future initiatives focused on accountability, respect, and shared responsibility. The air buzzed with excitement and anticipation, as hopes soared that genuine dialogues could address long-standing issues. As the date approached, participants began to prepare, eager to showcase their commitment to building a safer and more equitable society. Their enthusiasm reflected a collective acknowledgement that change, though difficult, was within reach through continued collaboration and a dedication to understanding one another. The morning of the summit arrived, bright and promising, as community members gathered at the local convention center. A sense of optimism filled the air, with banners showcasing messages of hope and unity adorning the walls. Participants, wearing t-shirts emblazoned with slogans of reform, shared nervous but excited glances, each aware of the significance of this gathering. Elected officials and police representatives took their places at the front, ready to engage with the citizens they served. As the opening remarks began, the audience listened intently, recognizing this moment as a powerful opportunity to bridge the gap between law enforcement and their neighborhoods. Discussions commenced, structured around topics such as mental health resources, community policing strategies, and the necessity for transparency in policing practices, each session marked by spirited debates and shared aspirations. The atmosphere brimmed with hope as individuals from various backgrounds united in their quest for a common goal, to ensure that justice, safety, and trust coexisted within their community. In the heart of this gathering, passionate voices rose, echoing the experiences that had long been marginalized. A young activist stood at the microphone, her heart racing but her conviction steady, as she shared a personal story of loss due to police misconduct. Her narrative captivated the audience, drawing tears and applause alike, igniting a fire of empathy and understanding in the room. As each story unfolded, the distinctions between law enforcement and community members began to blur, showcasing shared humanity amidst the complexities of their situation. The energy shifted, participants embraced a collaborative spirit, brainstorming solutions that dismantled the barriers built on years of mistrust. They envisioned collaborative initiatives not just as hopes, but as commitments to foster real change, transforming the fabric of their community together. As the summit progressed, breakout sessions enabled participants to engage deeply with various topics, ranging from restorative justice initiatives to youth mentorship programs. Facilitators encouraged open dialogues, allowing attendees to voice suggestions on enhancing police-community relations. It was during one of these sessions that a retired officer, once torn between duty and public scrutiny, shared his journey towards understanding community concerns more profoundly. His candid expression resonated with many, resulting in heartfelt discussions on the human aspect of policing. Not only did this foster an environment of trust, but it also highlighted the importance of empathy as a foundation for effective law enforcement. The blending of perspectives led to actionable ideas like the establishment of a community advisory board, sparking hope that ongoing dialogue would manifest into sustainable change in both the police department and the neighborhoods they served. As the day unfolded, the collective inspiration seemed palpable, marking a significant turning point in the community's ongoing narrative. As the summit came to a close, attendees stood together for a closing ceremony, their faces reflecting a mix of determination and hope. Community leaders shared their gratitude for the open exchange of ideas, emphasizing the importance of maintaining this momentum moving forward. Eager to sustain the relationships forged, they announced plans for follow-up meetings, ensuring the dialogue would not end with the summit. Resounding applause filled the hall as participants pledged to remain engaged, reaffirming their commitment to fostering a more just and understanding environment for all. Together, they envisioned a future where trust replaced fear, and collaboration became the cornerstone of their shared journey toward healing and reform. As the weeks unfolded after the summit, the community began to witness the fruits of their labor. Grassroots initiatives blossomed, centered on sustainability and accountability. Town hall meetings became a regular fixture, allowing citizens and law enforcement to stay connected and responsive to each other's needs. Organizational partnerships formed with local schools and community centers, focusing on outreach programs that emphasized education around civil rights and police engagement. In this newfound atmosphere of collaboration, the youth were particularly energized, emboldened to take ownership of the change they desired. They began voicing their concerns through art and performances, conveying powerful messages of love, justice, and hope, effectively capturing the community's evolving spirit. As conversations transitioned to proactive collaboration, it became clear that the narrative once driven by fear and division had transformed into one of unity and empowerment. This ongoing journey toward understanding and reform was no longer just a response to violence, it served as an essential foundation for future generations. Through their concerted efforts, residents of Los Angeles not only fostered accountability but also ignited a ripple effect of change that extended far beyond their own communities, reminding everyone that through resilience and solidarity, a brighter future was indeed possible. As the community pulsed with renewed energy, stories of progress began circulating, inspiring individuals from neighboring areas to join the movement for accountability and reform. Grassroots activists organized collaborative workshops, expanding on the foundations laid during the summit, inviting experts and community leaders to share their insights and strategies for creating safe environments. These workshops fostered an atmosphere of creativity, bringing together voices that had once been silenced, and creating opportunities for dialogue and mutual understanding among diverse groups. As the spirit of activism continued to thrive, residents took to social media, sharing their journeys and advocating for systemic changes that promoted fairness and transparency. Each step forward reminded everyone involved that they were not just participants in a campaign for justice, they were trailblazers paving the way for a more equitable society. In this evolving narrative, the reflection on Christopher Dorner's actions serves as a catalyst, a reminder that confronting deep-rooted issues requires vigilance, collaboration, and the courage to address uncomfortable truths. The journey is far from over, yet the community stands poised, united in their ongoing quest for transformation and hope. As the months rolled on, the optimism generated from the summit gradually took root in the community, with a series of initiatives springing forth that reflected the collective determination to heal and reform. Local organizations began to roll out mentorship programs targeting at-risk youth, pairing them with mentors from both the community and law enforcement, fostering relationships built on mutual respect. Art showcases emerged, highlighting stories of resilience and community-led change, where artists expressed their experiences through various mediums, sparking conversations that echoed far beyond the gallery walls. Additionally, outreach campaigns aimed at educating residents on their rights and how to engage positively with police became commonplace, ensuring all voices felt empowered and heard. The residents of Los Angeles, once divided by fear and doubt, now stood united, committed to a legacy of understanding and accountability, transforming a painful chapter into a profound movement for social justice and ethics in policing, a testament to the power of community action. With momentum building, the collective determination of the community led to an unprecedented initiative, a series of forums designed to maintain dialogue and transparency between citizens and law enforcement. These forums aimed to address ongoing concerns, allowing residents to share feedback while police presented updates on reforms and community engagement strategies. As the first forum approached, anticipation grew, marking another step in the journey towards rebuilding trust. Organizers carefully crafted the agenda, ensuring that each voice would be heard and that the focus remained on collaboration and resolution. The blending of concerns and solutions fostered an environment where accountability was no longer viewed as a burden, but as a shared responsibility. As these sessions unfolded, they not only strengthened relationships but also provided a blueprint for other communities, demonstrating that change rooted in understanding was indeed possible. Ultimately, this journey illuminated the profound impact of collective effort, presenting a hopeful narrative to inspire others in their quests for justice and equity. As the community forums gained traction, they began to attract attention beyond Los Angeles, inspiring similar movements in other cities grappling with similar issues. Activists and leaders from various regions reached out, eager to learn from the successes and challenges faced within this evolving narrative. The dialogues fostered in those forums became a model for addressing systemic issues in policing, igniting a nationwide discussion on reform and accountability. Towns and cities across the country mirrored the collective efforts emerging from Los Angeles, leading to an unprecedented wave of collaboration between law enforcement and communities. Though the journey was fraught with hardships, all participants remained committed. Their shared experiences continual reminders of the transformative power of unity. Together, they laid the foundation for lasting change, inspiring hope for generations to come, as they reiterated that healing and justice are possible through sustainable dialogue and unwavering perseverance. As the forums continued, the energy around reform only intensified, imbuing the community with a sense of purpose and direction. Each session evolved into a crucible of innovation, where diverse ideas flourished, tackling not just immediate concerns but also envisioning a long-lasting blueprint for genuine partnership between citizens and law enforcement. Advocates proposed educational programs for officers that highlighted cultural competency and community history, while residents clamored for improved methods of filing complaints and ensuring accountability. The momentum was palpable. As one forum attendee noted, change is not just possible, it's inevitable when we work together. With this renewed commitment, the community stood ready to embrace a future where collaboration and trust would thrive, marking a new chapter in their shared narrative. As enthusiasm reached new heights, local media began to take note of the community's grassroots efforts, showcasing inspirational stories from the forums and bringing greater visibility to ongoing initiatives. Highlighting the cooperative spirit that united law enforcement officers and residents, reporters highlighted individuals like an officer who volunteered his time at youth mentorship programs, creating personal connections that had been absent for so long. Meanwhile, residents shared their transformed perspectives, illustrating how conversations once marred by mistrust were now filled with hope and collaboration. The community's narrative shifted from one of fear and division to one of empowerment, each story reminding others that progress was possible through continued dialogue and shared commitment. By highlighting these developments, the press amplified the message that the drive for reform not only affected Los Angeles but resonated deeply in much broader contexts, inspiring similar dialogues across the nation. As this collective consciousness grew, it sparked renewed energy for ongoing engagement and solidified a belief that a more just future was achievable when hearts and minds aligned toward common goals. As more members of the community participated, the atmosphere within the forums buzzed with excitement and a sense of shared purpose. Each gathering unveiled newly proposed initiatives and innovative ideas aimed at further bridging gaps. Residents proposed solutions focused on mental health support for officers and community resource officers to give neighborhoods a comforting presence. Law enforcement representatives expressed equal eagerness to understand their concerns and explore new tactics to ensure their safety. These honest exchanges, marked by respect, dared to rewrite the narrative, a story no longer dictated by fear but by collaboration, progress, and hope. The evolution was palpable, as trust and understanding blossomed, elevating community interactions to new heights. During one particularly vibrant forum, a retired community advocate shared her passionate vision for integrating restorative justice into local practices. "We must focus on healing," she urged, her voice steady and resolute, "not just punishment." The room resonated with agreement as participants nodded, understanding the profound significance of addressing the root causes of conflict. As she detailed plans for workshops aimed at teaching nonviolent conflict resolution, excitement grew among attendees, sparking animated discussions that showcased a shared desire to redefine justice in their community. Collaborative brainstorming ensued, with ideas flowing freely, each one building on the last, reflecting a newfound commitment to transforming pain into opportunity. In this flourishing environment of dialogue and creativity, community members began to organize a festival aimed at celebrating their achievements and fostering further connections. This event was envisioned not just as a celebration but as a platform for sharing their journey of transformation. Local artists, activists, and families were invited to showcase their stories through performances, art exhibits, and educational workshops, underscoring the importance of unity and reform. As plans solidified, excitement clocked into the air, igniting hope that this festival would not only honor their progress but inspire continued collaboration toward a future of justice and accountability. The festival day arrived, transforming the community into a vibrant tapestry of hope and resilience. Families gathered, laughter echoing amidst art displays and performances that celebrated their journey. Various booths showcased initiatives promoting healing, education, and collaboration, serving as a testament to their collective accomplishments. With unity and purpose resonating throughout the event, participants emerged inspired, ready to continue their quest for justice and reform, and enduring